Let's do a story time, shall we? So when I was in high school, I was in chorus, and every year in chorus, we would have this fundraiser where we have to sell these chocolates. Yes, I know you are familiar. World's famous chocolates. Let me tell you something. Now, what we was raising money for, to be honest, I could not tell you. All I know is it was a part of our 360 deal, bitch. We had to sell these chocolates every year. And I'm not gonna lie, I used to slay the fuck out them chocolates. Every time it would hit, it was like fresh crack hit the streets. Everybody was waiting on us to drop them chocolates. I'm telling you, it was really prime time. And one thing about it, I would always sell out my box. I knew just how to sling them hoes around. If I remember correctly, the flavors were a crunch flavor, a milk chocolate caramel, and an almond. See, my method was the caramels was always gonna go quick. So I was slaying them bitches out to all the students real quick, fast, and her. Thoo. The almonds would always be the last to go because them young bitches didn't know nothing about no nut and no chocolate. So I would always run the almonds to the teachers because I knew that old ass was gonna like that almond and chocolate. And it worked every single time. Well, one year I was particularly greedy. I do believe it was my junior year. I don't know what came upon me. It was a different level of greed and gluttony that I had never faced before. Baby, when I tell you I tore that whole box up damn near by myself, I think I was just so overly stressed. And every time I would think about it, I would just bust that bitch down and eat the whole bar my damn self. But no, seriously, there was something in that goddamn chocolate. You could not just eat one. I'm telling you, I used to go back to back to back. And usually I'd be cool. I just repay myself every other time. But this year, y'all, I ate so much goddamn chocolate, I was in debt. I was in debt so bad, bitch, I didn't know what the fuck to do. Charlie had got so bad, I had to come up with a plan. So what I decided to do was take that box of chocolates to the church. Baby, and I ran a scheme that Todd set up himself. My God. I hustled all them old ass people at that church. Oh my God. I'm talking about I was slinging them bitches 2 for $5. Mind you, the chocolates was only $1 a piece. I only had like 2 days to get the money that I needed to turn in. Baby, I just could not for the life of me tell my parents that I needed money for this goddamn fundraiser because I was eating the goddamn chocolate. I just couldn't. It was just too big and too ridiculous. And on top of that, y'all, the way our teacher used to make this shit feel, he used to act like this nigga was Frank Lucas. Like, calm down, bitch, I'm gonna get your money. Things got so bad, y'all, I ran out of chocolate. I couldn't even sell no more chocolate to get the money back. So I had to go to my course teacher and be like, I need me another briefcase. This nigga think I'm selling this dope so good. He like, damn, nigga, you really like that? Yeah, I need you to bust me down another brick. And I had to hit the streets and I'm selling them bitches higher than anybody else is selling. You know how much of a salesperson you got to be to sell chocolate for 3 times the going rate? Ridiculous. I even hit the street corners, bitch. I had to go to the local baseball park. And bitch, what made it so bad and so goddamn stupid is the more I was so stressed about selling this goddamn chocolate, the more chocolate I was eating. Bitch, I don't know. It had some nicotine in that hoe. I was busting them bitches down like, bitch, I'm stressed. I just needed me a bar. I just needed me a little hit. It was really a struggle, y'all. Bitch, I was running them chocolate bricks like Big Meech. And guess what? When it came time for the fundraiser to end, I had all my coins and some. So I am so sorry to everybody I scammed around that time. It was really rough for me. I don't know.
I don't think there's any reason too small to cut off a romantic interest, man or woman. Last year I was seeing someone that I really liked, and I cut him off because he didn't wish me a safe flight. I believe that especially in the early stages of dating, if you get any kind of inkling that your needs are not being met, it's fine to move on. In fact, it should be welcomed. I was seeing this guy for about a month. We were seeing each other steadily for maybe once, twice a week, about 4, 5, 6 weeks, and texting, calling every day. It was going fairly slow and steady, and we had enough in common and we had mutual interest, and it seemed like it was going at a good pace, especially for something serious. I admired him, respected him, and I believe it was likewise. A holiday was coming up where we were both going to be out of town that weekend. I was flying out of state to visit family. He was driving out of town to visit his. So we have lunch on a Thursday. We're talking about our upcoming weekend plans, and he's telling me all of the things he's going to be doing with his family, and I'm telling him everything that I'm doing with mine. So we're texting after lunch and a little bit on Friday, and I let him know, hey, since you're driving up there today, have a safe drive. Let me know when you get there. And I didn't hear from him all weekend. I think people's first thought is that who was he actually with or what was he actually doing? And that's very possible, but I didn't think that he would be dishonest about that because we were both open about dating other people as well. And I thought that he would be honest, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know for sure. He could have been with someone else. He could have been with family. I'm not sure, but I didn't hear from him. A big thing for me is consideration and just general care. I think I like a person who is very intentional about how they treat you, because I'm that way with people that I love and people that I am acquainted to, if the opportunity presents itself. If we're any kind of close and I know you're going on a trip soon, I'm gonna wish you safe travels. So my travel day, my weekend with my family came and went, and I didn't hear from him until Monday. He said he was back in town, asked when I would be back so that we could hang out. I let him know that unfortunately I just wasn't interested in pursuing anything further, and I thought it would be best to just move on from here. He then proceeded to call me, and we spent about 5 or 10 minutes on the phone so that I could explain to him my issue with him not telling me to have a safe flight or enjoy my weekend or even checking up on me at all that weekend. In this month of talking to him as well, somehow I was in 2 car accidents back to back within a week of each other, and no one was hurt. I wasn't even hurt, no bumps or bruises. It was just 2 kind of traumatic car accidents. And his reaction to those accidents were like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Which, we're still new. We were only a couple of weeks in then. We were only about a month in at my trip. It's an awkward time. The holidays were coming up soon, and like, it was just kind of an awkward time to be dating someone new anyway. But generally, like, I care so deeply about others that I am wanting to help them if I see any kind of potential, or if I view them as a good person, or like, just generally I like to treat people with kindness. And I let him know that, to be frank, I just really like someone who is very clear on their communication. If he didn't want to communicate all weekend because he was with his family, or he was giving me space because I was with mine, I had hoped that that was communicated prior to the trips. But also I did take great issue with him not wishing me a safe flight. Like, not even after my flight. I didn't hear from him all weekend. And if he was with another person, like, I wouldn't have minded. We were so early on, like, it would have been fine if that was the case, if he was honest. And just honesty and being upfront makes a huge difference. He told me he thought I was rushing into a decision, and that he wished I had given him the opportunity to talk it through. But quite frankly, especially in early dating stages, I just don't have time to waste. I'm also a really good read of judgment and character, and I could just tell that he wasn't quite as thoughtful as I had hoped a future partner of mine to be. And that's all fine and dandy for friends or acquaintances or people who are not in my daily circle. But I won't have a partner in my life, or a friend or close person in my life, who doesn't wish me well, especially for traveling, especially after having just been in 2 kind of traumatic accidents.
Okay, y'all, let's do story time on me being 14 and pregnant and having my son at the age of 15. So, y'all, when story time first came about, I don't know if this was like last year or like the year before last, I had asked my friends, I'm like, y'all, do y'all think I should do a story time? And they was like, everybody was like, yeah, do it. But then I did have one friend that was like, you gotta know what come with it. You know, like, it's gonna be some good, it's gonna be some bad, positive, negative. But I mean, it is what it is. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna start with, originally, I am not from Chicago. I'm from Marietta, Georgia. We moved back to Chicago in 2011. I've been down here ever since, or whatever. And life in Atlanta was like lit. Like, I was young, 5th, 6th grade, going to Cascades, going to movies by myself, going to football games, like the high school football games with my friends. Like, life was lit, and it's like, it was a big transition to leave that to come to Chicago. And my mama was so strict. Of course, I play a part in that. What's the term they say when you start smelling your ears? So I call myself wanting to be so boys want to be fast, want to have Facebook, and my mama telling me not to. So it's like, now that I'm older, I know the reason why she did a lot of things that she did, but I still felt like my mama was like so strict. And then where I lived at on the west side, right out of Chicago and Central and Washington, my elementary school that I graduated from, you could walk out from my fucking back porch through the alley, and my school was right there. So it's like everything was right by each other. And y'all, my friends, they used to be outside every day going to the Price Outlet. If you know from the west side, you know back then,
12, 13, 14, long in Washington headed on the parties. Like, come on now. So I wanted to be in the mix. Then my mama wasn't going. So that made me start being rebellious, doing things, taking things to my own matter, running away, going outside when I wasn't supposed to, just doing a whole bunch of stuff that I shouldn't have been doing, that my mama told me not to do, but I still did it anyways. So let's get into the day I met my son's biological dad. I had already knew about him, of course, off the internet. And then the West Side is just, everybody know everybody. So his people, some of his people lived, and I knew them from by my house or whatever the case may be. He's not too far from over there. So this one particular day, he was walking out the store, and I was walking in, and something, I don't know, he said something to me, and shit, I was just like, oh, okay, cool, like, oh, you know, blushing and shit or whatever. So we started talking, started messing around or whatever the case may be. Now, a lot of things I don't remember, but it's gonna come to me as I'm telling the story. But one thing I do remember is he always knew how old I was. Duh. Because I graduated with some of his supposed to be cousins. Not, I don't know how they go. I don't know what they got, whatever. But he knew I was 14. He was supposed to be 17. Come to find out, when everything hit the fan and all that, he was 20, 21. So he was way older than what I thought he was or whatever. But we'll get into that later. So yeah, we gonna get right into it. We start fucking. He was nutting at me, and me being like, when I think about it now, I'm like, damn, like he was nutting at me or whatever every time we had sex. And it's like, I'm so young, dumb, and naive. I'm just don't care up under the nigga 25-8 or whatever the case may be. Until this one particular day. Wait, I forgot a part. I will never forget, after one time we had sex, he told me to go in the bathroom and sit on the toilet and push the nut out. I don't know, whatever. But clearly that didn't work because it's 11 years later and my son is here. But yeah. So this one particular day, y'all remember it used to be Male Crush Monday, Wednesday, whatever. So y'all, I posted him. This shit's still on my old Facebook page. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I posted him, and his girlfriend commented at the time and was like, this your man? So you know me, yeah, this my nigga, like, what up? Cause I was just with this nigga every day. So now somebody come and tell me this nigga. Now mind you, I never used to see nothing about them supposed to fucking with each other, none of that. But I don't know, whatever. So that caused some shit with me and his quote unquote girlfriend, who ended up being his baby mama too. Me and her beefing over him. So it was too much back and forth, whatever. So I just left the shit alone. I left him alone. Stopped talking to him. Now, mind you, at the time, I probably was like 3 months when he knew I was pregnant. I was supposed to get an abortion or whatever. But at this point, don't nobody know I'm pregnant. My mama don't know I'm pregnant. Not a soul know I'm pregnant but my one cousin who I told. I told my cousin Ari. She knew from the beginning to the end, like, that I was pregnant. But other than that, nobody else knew I was pregnant. I'm gonna put a picture. I don't know if I want to put no picture, but I'm gonna put a picture, y'all, so y'all can see my size and my body at 4 or 5 months and how I was able to have it. Because y'all gonna be like, my mama didn't find out I was pregnant until like a week before my birthday. My birthday is in April. I had my son in July. So I was like literally sucking my stomach in, hand the fuck out of that pregnancy or whatever the case may be. So boom. My mama, okay. My mom had a friend that stayed in our building. Okay, so my mama had a friend that stayed in our building that I was real close with. And I can't really remember what happened, but all I know is I went downstairs and she was like, I think maybe I had said something to her, or maybe she said something to me like, is you pregnant? I think she asked me, was I pregnant? And I said no, but she knew like that I was lying or whatever. So my mom had a suspicion at this point because of not even her, it's what other people is saying to her, like, Lili's stomach look big, Lily da da da. So she like, you know, that's gonna make me like, damn, is you pregnant? So the friend or whatever the case may be, I go downstairs. She like, you ready to tell her? She just flat out when I open her, she, you ready to tell her? I start crying. I'm like, no, I'm not ready to tell. I'm not ready to tell her. So we go upstairs, y'all. And I would never forget this because, like, it still brings tears to my ass to this day. Like, the way my mama cried, you would have thought somebody had died. Like, literally, my mom. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So, me and the friend go upstairs to our apartment or whatever, and I just tell my mom, like, yeah, I'm pregnant. And my mama just, like, looked, and she just, like, turned her head, and I walked out the room, and my mama, no, I walked out the room, the friend left out the house or whatever. My mom called her close cousin, and all I heard was her screaming, like, she pregnant, she pregnant. And mama was crying so hard, y'all. Like, it's so heartbreaking. Like, she was crying like as if somebody had died. Like, damn, like, everything that I was trying to steer you from ended up happening. You know, type shit. And it's like, I get it now or whatever. Like, you know, my mama wasn't trying to do nothing but not make me a statistic of being a young black girl, young and pregnant, or getting pregnant and shit like that. So, mind y'all, at this point, I'm like 6 months. Yeah, I'm 6 months. Now, yeah, my mom just found out I'm pregnant. But my mama thinking like, okay, well, we finna handle this week. So, my mom's close cousin, who she had called on the phone that day, came and got me the next day, took me to the hospital. We did an ultrasound, and come to find out, I was 6 months. Yep, I was 6 months pregnant. So, my mom calls her people or whatever, and, you know, everybody basically was just, like, against killing a baby at 6 months. Like, that's just, like, overkill to them. So, I'll never forget, at the time, I had just transferred to Steinmetz High School. Nobody knew I was pregnant. Mind y'all, nobody knew I was pregnant. I never forget, my mama called me. It was during my lunch period, and she was just like, well, you know you finna have to have this baby, right? So I'm like, what? She like, yeah, you can't get no abortion. You finna have to have this baby. So I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, it's shit finna get real. So now I hang up from my mama, y'all, go in the bathroom, and I just cried so hard. At the time, I had this friend at school, whatever the case may be. She didn't know what was going on, but she was just comforting. She just, like, I was crying so hard, I didn't make her cry. She don't even know I be crying. We just crying, like, we just crying, because I'm like, damn, like, I'm finna really have to be your mama.
Every goddamn shift I work, I'm left wondering, when did we as a society lose every ounce of fucking common sense? I'm genuinely begging these people to walk in a fucking building, have some goddamn common sense, and some situational awareness. What the fuck are we doing? We've lost the plot, actually, from these managers to these fuck-ass guests, bro. Feeling optimistic, thinking, like, it's Labor Day. We're gonna make some money tonight. It's gonna be a good day. I went to the store. I got myself a snack. I got myself something to drink. I'm in a good mood today. So, shit. Let's make some money. I walk into the building. The first thing I see, no food runner. No busser. Okay. I go up to the front to the host. The host lets me know, oh yeah, like, I'm supposed to be here tonight, but I can't be here. I have to go. I'm not gonna ask any questions, like, whatever, but, like, I wish I could just not come to work, like... Oh, and then cook's fucking calling off. So not only are we short-staffed in the kitchen, we have no busser, no host, no food runner. We have 3 servers and like 2 cooks. Nah, we gotta close at this point. Just close the whole fucking restaurant down. What the fuck? Where I'm mad at management is because why was there not a food runner scheduled? Why was there not a busser scheduled? Why? Y'all know we're gonna be busy. What is this? Actually, like, seriously? I feel like I'm being set up now, and because, like, people take surveys on our restaurant all the time that affect our hours, affect our scores. My shit's gonna go down because you can't get your fucking schedule right. What the fuck are we doing right now? Like, actually. And then, on top of it, your host isn't coming in tonight. Y'all don't have anything to say about that. And then, you don't even think to call someone in. You don't even think, like, you just leave it up to us to deal with it. So now we're doing the jobs with 5 fucking people. Don't piss me off. Much. At that point, I know it's gonna be a shit show anyway, so I just go to the other servers. I'm like, hey, just go up to the host, and when you want a table, grab anyone. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about rotation tonight. I don't give a shit. We're just gonna take tables, and if you can handle more tables, take more tables. You make as much money as you want tonight, because we don't have to tip out anyone, so might as well. But if you can't take more tables, don't take more tables and, like, have to sacrifice your goddamn service for these fuck-ass customers that aren't even gonna tip you anyways. Do what you can handle, and that's it. Because now we have to bust our own tables, we gotta run our own food, we gotta sit our own people, we gotta, like, and, like, we can do it, But just don't, like, these people at the door, they're just gonna have to wait. Like, it is what it is. I don't give a fuck. Frankly, like, you can sit up there all day. Not my fault, and it's not my problem. But you know these guests, it don't work that way. They don't understand that I am not a robot who can do 87 different jobs at once. So I have a full section of people. I have one table left. There is a 7 and a 2 top at the door. I have one high top left because I'm in a bar, and that has 3 seats at it. And it can only fit 4 people max pushing it. Who am I gonna ask to sit there? Because again, we're sitting our own section. So if they're not ready for a 7, they're not taking the 7. If they're not ready for 2, they're not taking the 2. I can take a 2 top, but I only have one table in this section. I'm busy as fuck. I don't have time to be sitting up here going back and forth with people explaining everything. I let them know what we're doing, obviously. But I go up, I explain, oh, you have a 7, you have 2, awesome. I have one table right here. So if you guys are willing to sit on a high top, I can totally take you right over here. Then the 7 top comes looking at me and says that I'm racist because I sat the white people and not them. And I said, what the fuck are you talking about? Deadass, I looked at them, I laughed, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm racist because I sat a party of 2 before a party of 7 when you guys came in at the same time. It's easier to sit 2 people than it is 7 people, and look at the table right there. Can all 7 of you fit at that table? Because if you can, 1, I'd love to see you try, and 2, I'd gladly take you if you'll sit at that table right there. If you can sit there, I'll take you right now. It is not an issue of race, I promise you that. And frankly, you can't even fit at that table on your own. I don't even know if the seat can hold you up. Like, no, I'm just saying, I'm sorry. Pretty much the whole night, I have people at the door being inconsiderate. You can see that I'm doing 8,000 things at once. At some point, I'm holding 2 goddamn big-ass trays of food, bringing them out at the same fucking time, and someone at the door hails me down. Excuse me, is anyone gonna greet us here? And I said, no. I'll be right there. Give me a second. We've been sitting here for 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, how would you like me to help me when I'm holding 2 trays of food in my hands? Okay, I'll be right with you. I go to put their food down. I give people their food. I do whatever. I come back. Took you long enough. Did you not just see me doing all this shit? First of all, you're coming in here acting like this. Now I don't want to help you. Now I'm not going to do anything because I really did feel bad for these people who were waiting at the door. I was trying to go out of my way to do things. I was doing things that I probably shouldn't have done. I was taking more than I probably could have, like, handled comfortably because I was trying to get them out of the door. Also, like, I want money, so I'm going to sit myself. But now I'm not going to help you. I'm not doing anything extra for you. But he starts going back and forth over this. I'm like, sir, obviously we don't have a host. It says right here. Like, I literally wrote it out. I'm like, please, we will be right with you. We'll be with you as soon as I can. I told you this from when I was walking out in the kitchen. I was like, I'll be right with you. Just be patient. I'm getting to you as soon as I can. I explain the situation. I explain all this stuff. Well, I just don't understand why you wouldn't have a host. Well, I don't understand why I wouldn't have a host either. But do I make the schedule? No. Like, what? And explain to him, I don't have anything open in my section. Otherwise, I would have already sat you. They might. They'll be up here as soon as they can. The other servers are working at just as hard as I am. We are slammed busy right now, and we're very understaffed. And I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but this is how we have to do it tonight. I tell him, we can put your name on a list right here, and we can text you when it's ready. All I'll need is a phone number and a name for you. He says, I don't want to give you my phone number. Why would I give you my phone number so you can just text my phone? I'm like, well, sir, that's just what we need that to put in the system. Like, unless you want to, like, just sit right here, I don't have to put you on the list, and I'll just remember, like, to come grab you or something. I don't want to wait inside. No, I don't want to wait in here. I want to wait outside. I'm like, okay, well, I need a phone number if you're going to wait outside. That's how that works. And he's like, why though? I don't want to give you a phone number. I don't want to wait. Like, I don't want to wait inside. And I look at him and I'm just like, okay, well, I don't want to have a conversation with you right now. Do I look like I want to be hosting right now? I have a lot of stuff to do. So we can either put you on the list or you can sit right here. It doesn't matter to me. Whichever one you would like to do, sir. Please. Just tell me. Please. So the fucking lady accuses me of being racist after a fucking guy wants to argue with me over fucking nothing. I decide, yeah, hosting's not for me. I'm not going to do this shit anymore. So if I'm just going to go up, oh, you're here? Okay, I'll take you in here. That's all I'm going to do for the rest of the night. I'm not greeting nobody. I'm not talking to nobody. You can sit up here as long as you fucking want because these people are so annoying. They're so annoying. And I get it. It's inconvenient for y'all too. But, like, have some fucking grace on me because that's not my job. Like, I'm not the manager who did this. So, would you like to talk to him? Because I'll grab him for you. Trust me. He's heard plenty from me tonight. Most of my tables tonight were pretty chill. They were pretty understanding of, like, I had a million things I had to do. So, like, they understood. It might take me like a few minutes to go back there and grab you this because I have 10 other tables that all need something at the same time as well. Now, I had a few tables where it's like, who the fuck are you talking to, first of all? And I swear, it be your own fucking people. I have a table of 5 sitting in my section, and immediately off bat, they asked me, like, what my ethnicity was, because they said, they were just wondering. I was like, oh, I'm Puerto Rican, blah, blah, blah. They're like, oh, no way, we're Puerto Rican too. I'm like, oh, my people, like, da-da-da-da. I don't really speak good Spanish. I've said this before. I can understand it and put stuff together, but I don't speak very good Spanish. They're thinking I don't understand what the fuck they're saying. I get them all drinks, I drop them off, and I let them know, like, hey, I'm gonna bring over a pitcher of water. That way you guys aren't waiting on me for refills. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I said, yeah, when I come back around, I'll have that pitcher for you. I just have to take a couple more orders over here. Literally right next to them. They could see me doing this shit. As I'm taking orders, I hear someone shaking their fucking cup. You mean to tell me you sucked that bitch down in 2 minutes flat, and now you're shaking your cup at me as if I have nothing better to do than get you a fucking refill? Leave me the fuck alone. Like, shut the fuck up, actually. Oh, that pissed me off. And then, like, I come around after I finished doing what I was doing, and you know I took extra time now, because why are you shaking your fucking cup at me? I come around with the pitcher, I say, here you guys go, and in Spanish, they say something along the lines of, like, oh, it took you long enough, like, wow, only been, like, something along the lines of, wow, been waiting for a while, something like that. Again, like I said, I can piece together little things. I don't speak Spanish, but I was like, oh, I'm glad it did take me long enough. Like, let you know I know what the fuck you said. They were flabbergasted at that point. The way they were like, and I remember there was a while ago where I had made a video about the same thing where I never said anything, that I, like, understood what this lady was saying to me. Yeah, no, I wasn't letting that shit slide again. Top it off tonight, I let my manager know that we were low on chips, because everyone orders chips and salsa here. It's one of the most popular items. Chips and salsa, chips and queso, chips and guacamole. It's the easiest starter, so of course people order it. I let them know we're low on chips. While we're not busy, can we get some more chips? Sure, yeah, I got you, whatever. We don't get more chips, and now we run out of chips. So at this point, I have to tell these people we don't have fucking chips. So not only did you wait a long time at the door, we don't have chips when we sit down. Like, I'm fucked, actually. You're setting me up for fucking failure, but okay. I go up to the table, I greet them, whatever. She's like, oh, already have an attitude, whatever. We want drinks, we want chips and salsa. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. Like, we don't have chips right now, so I can't get you that chips and salsa. And she just looks at me. She's like, are you serious right now? We have to wait all this time at the door, and you don't even have some chips and salsa? I'm starving. So, what other appetizer are you going to give me? Because I'm not paying for it. Because this is so inconvenient for me. First of all, do you think it's convenient for me? Like, first of all, who the fuck are you talking to? Demanding free food? Nah, you're not getting shit from me. Actually, you'll be lucky for me to come back to get your fucking order. Shut the fuck up, you cunts. Like, actually, don't piss me off right now. I have too much going on. I'm not dealing with your ass today. Fuck no. I'm like, you can talk to my manager about it, but there's really nothing I can do for you. So, do you want something else? You will have to pay for it. Because what are you talking about? How have you been here for 2 fucking seconds and you're already a problem? You haven't even had drinks yet, and you're already a fucking problem. Leave me the fuck alone. Fucker, they don't ever get that free appetizer, and like I said, I'm not doing shit for you. Like, why would you come at me like it's my fucking fault? And then, as I'm taking another order, you keep talking about this damn chips and salsa like your fucking life depended on it, and you're like, how hard is it to make some damn chips? Drop the tortillas in the damn fryer. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I have 20 fucking tables out here. Let me go to the back and start frying some damn chips for you. Bitch! That doesn't even make any sense. What are you talking about, actually? Because, yes, it is easy for someone else to do it, but don't act like I'm the one who's supposed to be doing it. You can have all this energy for my manager, and I'll be like, you go. You tell him. You tell him. Just don't tell me that shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck whether you get your chips and salsa. I don't give a fuck whether you get your food. Leave me the fuck alone. Whatever, we get over that bump of the road, I come back, I get them their drinks, we get bar drinks, I make them their bar drinks, and, like, we're chilling. I'm thinking, like, maybe, like, we're getting somewhere. We get their orders in. It's been about 20 minutes. They haven't gotten their food yet. And now, they're waving me down as I have a full stack, like, I have plates all up in my hands, and she starts, first of all, she goes to try to order more stuff, and she just starts spewing out her order at me as I'm, like, walking by her, and I was like, man, hold on one sec, and then before I can even say anything, she keeps ordering, and then she's like, also, where's the appetizer, and where's this, because we've been waiting here for a while, and we haven't even gotten anything. I'm like, first of all, now I gotta put my shit down, because who are you talking to? Who are you talking to right now? Again, I'm not holding your fucking food hostage in the back. I'm not even responsible for that shit. We have someone that's doing that. My manager says he's gonna do that. Put my shit down, and I'm like, what do you need? We bring it in, and where's my food? Because I'm starving here. You couldn't get me the chips and salsa, so where's the food? I'm just like, this is insane. I'm like, you're telling me, lady, like, this is insane. Like, this conversation is fucking insane. But whatever. I'm like, ma'am, respectfully, with all due respect, you placed your order 15 minutes ago. This table has been sitting for 15 minutes longer than you. This table's been sitting for 20 minutes longer than you. They don't have their food either. So why would your food be ready before theirs? I'm starving. Can't you tell? I didn't even get the chips and salsa. Is there nothing you can do? Have you even checked on my food? Ma'am, I'm respectfully, I have too much going on out here. So be worried about one tablespoon over everyone else in here. I promise you, as soon as it's ready, I'll have it for you. Why do you think you're the only person that exists? Don't piss me off right now. Like, these fuck-ass people. Do you have no awareness of anything that's going on around you? Every fucking table in this bitch is packed. And then just spew out some shit at me while I'm holding a bunch of heavy-ass plates, trying not to drop shit all over the floor. Leave me the fuck. Oh my god. Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Leave me alone! I made good money tonight, so that's a plus. But fuck, it was not worth it. It was not worth that shit, bro.